We won't have predictions because it has already commenced. And here we go. Bam. We are jumping into game number 1 of MaxPax vs. Clem. Now, we're already 6 minutes in. We are already 6 minutes in. What has occurred? It looks like we did have some drop play earlier. Clem up to 2 bases here, going to be pushing across map. MaxPax on 3. Colossus production well underway. Clem is going to be pushing. Sorry, I'm just gathering my bearings. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's been going on. Based off the openers, looks like a Blink opener here from MaxPax. We do have a mind drop coming in towards the natural. Do every action we do pull back in time. Oh, sorry, Phoenix opener even. The mines will not go off. Phoenix is a will shut down the mind drop at least, but Clem is pushing on the right hand side, going for a double drop in towards the main. Is going to be spotted. Is going to be spotted by MaxPax. Is going to rotate around. And going Phoenix Colossus. So far, Phoenixes, they are pushed back. The drop, it was scattered too late. Dragging the army out of position. The Colossus! Clem dragging MaxPax apart. Gets on top of the Colossus as well. Takes one down. Pushes towards the natural. And can he get another? No shot. He does! 2 Colossi fall. MaxPax, he's falling apart here. Clem, as he pushes towards the natural, gets into the mineral line, looking to just eviscerate that mineral line as well. We have a couple of reinforcements trickling on in. Charge still on the way. We don't have charge. We don't have blink. The mine shots, we force some friendly fire, but the splits are too good. The splits are far too good. And with that, Clem takes game number 1. Clem does take game number 1. And again, I apologize for how chaotic it was, but I was just jumping in mid-game. I had no idea what was going on. But it looked like a Stargate opener from, sorry, Stargate Phoenix opener from MaxPax into, of course, Colossi. But Clem was able to break free. Clem was able to pull apart his opponents. And now we're getting into game number 2. Now for game 2, I will be in game, so I'll be able to observe and it'll be okay. It'll be okay as we're getting ready for that second game. Sorry, I'm just trying to quickly set things up production-wise. Shout out to the clean feed. As we're getting ready for game number 2 again, Clem is up in the series. We won't have predictions just because we're already mid-series, so it wouldn't be fair. As we load in to Hecate. Also, as we get ready for this, a big shout out to the Andariel in the chat. Thank you, Poppy. Thank you for resubscribing for 3 months. Thank you. Do appreciate the support. So glad to finally be able to support you financially. Oh, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. All the money that we make here on the channel goes towards our tournaments, goes towards the turns that we host and the turns that we run. So thank you. Do appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your replay packs as we do release replay packs from this tournament. If you want to get your hands on some Solar, some Clem, some MaxPax, hero action, we got you covered with those replay packs. Also, a big shout out to Thriving GG. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. For those that are tuning in, we are in the semifinals of the KungFu Cup. WTL KungFu Cup number 9. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hecate, we have the French Terran player representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Danish Protoss player representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. Here we go. Again, we're kind of jumping into this, and game 1 was a little bit chaotic, but now we can ease our way into game number 2. Ooh. Again, from what I could gather from game 1, again, it was a Stargate opener, Phoenixes into Colossi. Obviously, we saw Clem eventually break free. He didn't have a third base behind it. It was 2-base play because he was contained for so long. Eventually, he broke through, and despite the Phoenixes, what I should emphasize, very impressive that Clem was able to get away with drop play. The Phoenixes, usually they give you map control. They shut down drops left and right, and they allow you to get into 3 bases, get into a 3-base economy, get into Colossus production, and eventually work towards charge. But Clem, he threw caution to the wind, went for a drop play anyway, and it worked out very well. He was able to pull MaxPax apart, able to bypass the Phoenixes, and yeah, just wreak havoc. Really impressive. Really impressive play here from Clem. Likewise, behind this, we have an economic opener, single gas, so a Rax expand from the side of Clem. Likewise, a gate expand from MaxPax, so economic openers all around. Again, double gas openers in TvP have fallen out of fashion. We see them every now and then, but they feel very map dependent. You know, maybe on hard lead, for example. As we're getting into our follow-up, there's going to be a factory, so no 3 racks or anything crazy like that. Reapers are going to be scouting for proxy pylons, making sure that everything is on the up and up. Oh, hello, Morhook. Long time I hope you've been doing well. Again, we've just been on that grind sets. Always live every day. Fun fact, today, like many days, we're live twice. We're live here with the KungFu Cup, and in a couple of hours, in 3 hours time, we're going to be live with the House Open Cup, which is a Polish tournament. A Polish-only tournament, so if you want to tune into players like Spirit, Laser, Mana, Geralt, Cristiano, Papi, anything and everything Polish, then we're going to be casting that right after this tournament. Back to back. As the Reaper does dip into the natural base, probe goes down. Not a bad pickoff here from Clem. Doesn't get into the main, but does get damage done. Likewise, MaxPax also across the map here, just threatening that mineral line as well. Delaying mining, but will eventually be zoned away. And we have our take of choice. 2 games in a row, Stargate opener. Stargate opener here from MaxPax into Phoenixes. Clem is not fully aware. He hasn't scouted yet, but soon he will as he moves out. As he does push across the map. Depths are in position. So far, Clem is being zoned away. And behind this is getting into his 3-1-1 setup. Actually delayed his Raxes and prioritizing his Widow Mines instead, going for a drop. Phoenixes, they reveal themselves. The Reaper does go down, but at least it did scout all those Phoenixes. So Clem is fully aware of the opener. And he's getting ready back at home. Widow Mine in position. And it's going to be MaxPax who has the map control. He's going to be out on the map, making sure he's able to shut down any kind of drop play. Robo in production. This should be leading into Colossus or Robotics Bay, into a 3rd base as well. And Clem, he's looking to get eyes on that. Does have a Hellion in position. And will spot the Adepts. As well as the would-be 3rd. So again, really good scouting. Can we even take down the probe? Barely cannot. Probe is saved, the 3rd base gets thrown down. There's that robotic space. So Phoenix Colossus, again, just like game number 1. Back at home, Clem is just fortifying himself. Really interesting SimCity here. Again, has that Widow Mine between everything as well. Well, the Phoenixes, they do find some damage though. They get a couple of SCVs. They threaten that natural base. Will back off. We're getting a safety immortal back at home, and the goal here for MaxPax is to just contain Clem. Contain him for as long as possible, shut down any drop play, pick off some SCVs, pick off some Marines, and get away with rushing into Colossus. That's the goal at least. Ooh. Widow Mine was repositioned, takes a mine to the face. Very nice movement there from Clem. I love that the mine goes off and then we reposition the mine immediately. Making sure we do keep it hidden. Marine drop coming out at the same time. Again, a really bold move here from Clem. But he is keeping these Phoenixes busy. Again, MaxPax, he's unaware. Oh my god. Wasn't looking for a moment. Back at home, we do have a Colossus. And it's only a single medevac drop, so the Colossus should be enough to deal with this. We can maybe focus on some workers. Yes, here we go. Clem is going to be pushing. We have Stim. Combat Shields +1 is about to kick in as well. The move that has been spotted by these Phoenixes. They do have eyes on this. At the same time, Clem trying to come in from behind. Medevac getting very low. Mind goes down. Again, really good job here from MaxPax, just picking apart the army, slowing it down. Colossus are keeping up. You can see Clem is trying to drag the attention of the Colossus towards the left-hand side, and then these Marines, they can stim into the mineral line. This is merely a distraction. And here we go. The Marines, they dive in. And good focus firing we get 5. Oh my god. 6 workers, and we back the hell off. And behind this, Clem is getting his 3rd CC on location. Again, this was the entire purpose of the move out. Just to sneak in, kill some workers, get the hell out of there. And we are going to get a pylon. But pushing into these Colossi, it's going to be a difficult thing to do. Observers in position. Clem going to be threatening a drop into the main. MaxPax, he sees it coming. Does rotate around. Meanwhile, we do have reinforcements amassing here on the right-hand side. Clem pushing up that ramp. He scans ahead of time. He does see the Colossus. They're looking a little bit vulnerable. Charge is still on the way. But we have 3 Colossi altogether. Clem, he cannot push forward. And he retreats. Does back up for a moment. Behind this, we have a Ghost Academy on the way. Additional upgrades. Viking production has commenced. Clem, he's working on that next step. He's working on Ghosts and Vikings. So he's aware that he can't push up this ramp. Again, on a map like Hecate, no, the Medevac. Medevac goes down. But on a map like Hecate, it's just very difficult to push into this 3-base setup because of the high ground. The 4th base is where you can get some damage done. As the pieces do move out, they pick up a Viking. They distract the reinforcements. They're going even for a Medevac. They don't quite get it. At the same time, Clem threatening a dive, but MaxPax is ready for it. And at least Clem doesn't commit. As the pieces, they do get a couple of SCVs, taking a lot of hits in the process. Again, this army is just so battered and so bruised. I'm concerned for the Phoenixes. But the 4th is being taken, and Clem does come back home. Now, what's important is that Clem, for the most part, he's been preserving his army. He's been poking and prodding, but he hasn't committed to any big fight yet. Just because he knows that he can't really take one. The Ghost! Big pick off. A Ghost for 2 Phoenixes, worth it here for MaxPax. You know, he's going to be pushing at the same time a big warp in into the main base. Clem out of position. Now it's going to be MaxPax's turn to move out. Wedging himself in between the natural and the 3rd base. Once again, Clem pushing up a ramp into Colossus. Oof. Yeah, he cannot push in. Big swipes to the face. And MaxPax, he's snowballing out of control. Just completely out positioning Clem. We got Zealots in the main, Zealots at the natural. GG gets called. It's just too much. And MaxPax takes game number 2, tying up the series 1-1. GG. Again, this game was interesting. It was mainly positional play. It was both players just trying to outposition the other, being very careful with how they committed and where they pushed in. And in one swift move at the end there, we had a warp in into the main, Zealots towards the natural. Clem, he was just did not have eyes on the main army. Didn't know where the Colossus were coming, where they were pushing, and in the end, Clem was just pulled apart. GG. GG, well played. Again, really clean play there out of MaxPax. Nothing too fancy. And with that, we're going to the ace match. Going all the way to game number 3. Here we go. Trying to keep up. As we're leading into that 3rd game. I'm just trying to figure out if Kuro's going to be here for the house tournament, for the house cup, in a couple of hours. Whew. Otherwise, I may be in for a long one. On my own, papi solito. It's all good. The matches are always amazing. That's all I require. That's all I need. Just like this game here is spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Solaris. We have the French Terran player representing Team Liquid. Being forced into the ace match, it is Clem. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Danish Protoss player representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. In that last game, we did see some more attentive control and attentive unit movement out of MaxPax. Overall, just picking apart some workers, a couple of Medivacs, Vikings here and there, able to keep up with Clem and eventually outposition him. It's really impressive. Even here, delaying Thorax. Being so annoying. Yeah, an impressive performance in that last game from MaxPax. We'll see if he can keep it up. He wants that SCV. Up. Does have to be careful. Doesn't want to throw away his probe, even forcing another SCV off the mineral line. As he regenerates his shield, he comes back and oh my god, one shot! He wants it. He does get blocked. And so far the SCV will survive, gets the hell out of there. And we'll make it back home. Oh. We're good. It's all good. And now MaxPax's job here is to delay the CC. Again, it's going to be an economic opener, a Rax expand, only one gas from Clem. He's looking to throw down that command center, and he should be able to. Interesting, he throws it down on the high ground, not on location, so a very safe maneuver here from Clem. This is going to delay his economy, but just make sure that it's safe and sound against any kind of early aggression from his opponent. Like an early Zealot or an early Adept. So again, just taking a more conservative approach, Clem is. As the Reaper is going to be moving out. Trying to get a read on what exactly MaxPax is up to. So far, every game this series, MaxPax has gone for a Stargate opener. Stargate into Colossus. Did the same thing, and once again, another Stargate. Feels bad, man. Long gone. Long gone are the days of the 4-gate blink. Oh my god. Long gone are the days of 4-gate blink as the Adept does shut down the Reaper. A big loss there for Clem. Clem, he is in the dark, by the way. He hasn't seen anything. And back at home, he's going for a 1-1-1 follow-up. Should be leading into a medevac drop. Hellion first here to try to move out and get a read on what's going on. Hellion has arrived. Going to be shooing this away. Oh. So far, these Adepts are doing a great job of just containing Clem. Denying the CC, getting Marine. Oh, we do lose an Adept in the process. At the same time, Hellion dives right past the army into the main base. Clem, all he wants is to scout. And there we go. He does get eyes on the Stargate. Gets surrounded, but does confirm the tech. Thankfully. He also, I believe, saw the Twilight Council on the low ground. So this is not Phoenix Colossus. Not at all. No Phoenixes even. Oracle now into Phoenix production, but this should be either Charge or Blink. Without Phoenixes, Blink makes the most sense. But we'll see. As the Oracle gets across the map, Marine's not quite in position. One SCV goes down. We're going to get even more in the main base. We got a Mule, 3 SCVs, and the Oracle will get out of there. Back at home, that is going to be a Nexus on the way. And there is Blink. So again, usually you go one or the other, either Phoenixes or Blink Stalkers, and because we didn't make any Phoenixes, Blink makes the most sense. Up! As the Oracle does overextend. Did trade well for itself, did get a couple of SCVs, but does get shut down, and Clem is pushing. Clem is moving out. And what do we have at home to defend? We have a handful of gateway units. Blink is still on the way because it was not a Twilight Council opener. This does delay Blink overall. MaxPax, he is in some trouble. But there's not much of an army here. Again, these are vanilla Marines. The Cyclone does pack a punch, but we rotate around. We head towards the third base. Stalkers are in position. Ooh. Mine shot goes off. We get on top of the shield battery. Not a bad trade here from Clem. So far the control is good enough, and MaxPax, he is able to out-trade, kite away, and deal with the army. Clem, though, he comes in with a second Cyclone. Again, without Blink, Clem, he can actually trade well. But the juggling! Juggling is looking good as Clem is doubling down here with the Liberator as well. Is finally forced back. Clem preserving his Cyclones. Behind this, getting into his E-Bays. The rest of his production. And MaxPax gets away with this third base. Oh, we have Blink. Oof. So Clem does lose quite a lot here. Losing one of his Cyclones as well. Good juggling overall. He will shut down another Stalker. At the same time, Clem, he tried to go for some Lib Harass, but I believe Liberator did go down. MaxPax, he's safe and sound, going for a Gateway Explosion. We have Charge behind this way, very Gateway heavy composition. The Blink Stalkers are designed to contain Clem to 2 bases. And we're getting away with this third base, getting fully saturated. No gases either. Again, going into charge lots. We're not really taking up even further. We blink into the main. Reactor goes down. We don't get the tech lab, but oh god. Still, these are good trades from MaxPax. We'll lose one Stalker in the process. A second Stalker. He takes down the Widowmine, Marines, Reactor. Without Stim, Clem is being bullied here. But once Stim kicks in, he can punish this. Third CC on the way. At the same time, MaxPax taking his 4th base. Additional gas geysers. Should be leading into a Templar Archives for Archons. But we'll see if he heads towards Colossus instead. So do you have a mine drop? Now we need to get a read on what's going on. Clem does split the main army. At the same time, here comes the drop. Ah, but he knows. He sees. He does react in time. Another Stalker goes down. We have our splash damage of choice. It's going to be the Robotic Spade. It's going to be Colossus. Until then, though, a lot of Stalkers are going down. Clem, he rotates around. He will get eyes on the would-be 4th base. But MaxPax should have enough to deal with this, as he has a mass amount of Zealots. Oh. Trying to bait out that Widowmine. So far, good hold position micro. War Prism getting across the map. Looking to go for a big Zealot Warp into the main. There is a depot in position at least. Oh. Widowmine still doesn't go off. No, sorry, it did. Did go off on the Zealots. And at the same time, there goes that Warp into the main base. The Widowmine goes down. There's not much at home to defend. MaxPax, he is holding. SCVs are falling across the map as well. Colossus is on the way. He needs a little bit more time. The Widowmine does go off. Meanwhile, across the map, looks like the Zealots are finally being cleaned up. They get 8 SCVs. And the Colossus, it's arrived. It has made it. MaxPax holds. Oh, we're not done. I mean, there's not much here to kill, thankfully. No SCVs are available. So Clem will hold. But he's forced to come all the way back home. And now MaxPax can push. Now we can move out. Rallying everything across the map. We have our first Colossus. At the same time, Prism into the main. It will go down. Trying trying to force some friendly fire. MaxPax, upon losing that War Prism, I don't think we should commit. We can't reinforce. Yeah, MaxPax, he's going to back off. Losing a lot of zealots in the process. And Clem, he wants the Colossus. He gets it. He gets it as well. Big overextension here from MaxPax. Will lose his first Colossus. There is still another behind this. But good trades from Clem. Dark Shrine is on the way. Fourth base up and running. But Clem, I believe, still... Sorry, MaxPax still doesn't have a second Robo. Yeah, only on one. Only making one Colossus at a time. Meanwhile, Clem going for another drop. He does expose his third. He's out of position. Oh, completely out of position. SCVs are going to go down. We can go for the base itself. Getting very low. We get 3 SCVs before retreating. At the same time, Widowmine dropping to the natural. Do we react? We do. We do react in time. No shot. That was another Colossus, by the way. Second Colossus goes down. Clem, he can keep on pushing. Ay. MaxPax. He's never had 2 Colossi out at once. Not this game. That could kill him. He's going to chase this back home at least. At the same time as Zealot run back towards the natural, we have reinforcements in position. Clem, he can deal with this. This mineral line is a little bit exposed. Zealots, they're breaking forward, actually. Clem barely struggling to hold on. Zealots wreaking havoc. They actually get into the mineral line as well. Those Zealots are doing a surprising amount of damage, and we do get into the mineral line here at the third base as well. Oh my god. Clem, he's being pulled apart. There's just too much. Vikings are going down. The trades are too good. Zealots, they zone back the army, and we get into the mineral line. 15 SCVs go down. Clem, his economy is in shambles. Behind us, we have a 5th base on the way. The Zealots are the real MVPs here for MaxPax. As he has too much. GG gets called. These snowballs out of control. And MaxPax does take the series 2-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. I was concerned that MaxPax was bleeding out too many high-tech units. I was concerned that he was just losing too much. But the Zealot run-bys, they were doing so well, just keeping the production at bay, keeping the rally back at the natural, even killing SCVs, which I was shocked to see them actually break through into the base itself. As MaxPax does end up taking down his opponents, taking the series, and Clem has been eliminated from KungFu Cup. I say eliminated. He does get knocked down to the bronze match. There is a 3rd place match which never gets casted. It's very rare that it gets casted. But there is going to be a 3rd place match for Clem and the loser of the next series.